Hey everyone, and Merry Christmas. It's your boy Stoic Jacobs here, and today we're gonna play through Snow Castle. So, it is gonna be a little bit different because I'm actually gonna be using saves and loads, and it's not gonna be 100% unless I manage to find the remaining secrets, nor is it blind because I have played this map before. I haven't ever 100%ed it. It was made for the Castlemania 2024 competition, I think? Or was that this year? Honestly, time just seems to have flown by so fast that I don't even remember. Uh, what was the thing that I wanted to do? Oh yeah, get that out of here, that's gonna be annoying. I think it's under game options. Yeah, I forgot to enable autosaves, so let's do that. First, we'll talk about the weapons. I am using my modified weapons. So, double barrel shotgun, unchanged, because this thing is the GOAT. Got single shotgun, which is BFE spread pattern, and that's it. I think it fires maybe a tad bit faster, I don't remember. Got the next encounter pistol rework, basically uncapped fire rate, 12 shots, 8 damage per shot. Let's see how fast I can spam that. Yeah, not that fast. Someone with like a super fast trigger finger would be able to just like spam the shit out of this, but that's not me. Close enough. Okay, anyway. Got that. Got the crossbow, which is unchanged, but it does use instant zoom, and it also has the patch that Nizer so thoughtfully gave to me, called some scripting shenanigans, but basically it removes the aiming bug, where if an enemy's right in front of your face, the crossbow bolt isn't just going to shoot up and to the left like a projectile. So, it'll go straight now. Perfect. Beautiful. And we got the shotgun. So, this one I decided to basically change, so you'll see. It's actually kind of hard to explain, I'll just have to show it in gameplay. Alright, first things first. Oh yeah, the AK. Forgot about this one. So I changed it so that it's 100% accurate. And it also has a slightly larger bullet radius. But the main thing is the reloading. Yeah, as you can see there, it's kind of like it is in BFE, where once the magazine is put back into the gun, it's considered fully loaded. I still have to work on the sound effect because charging handle is ever so slightly delayed. So I need to actually... yeah. It probably not that noticeable on video, but I notice it playing the game. It's... I had to actually go into like the animation editor and move like the sound cue for the charging handle bit to play later, because if you basically shot too soon, yeah, you see that like it would actually still play the sound effect, and it still does, so I still need to work on that a little bit, get it where I need it to be. And the auto shotgun, I basically did the same thing, so I reverted it back to 20 shells per magazine. It also has the full range that all the other shotguns do. I just got rid of the range penalty because fuck it. But this one does, in fact, have the reload as well. And also changed this one quite a bit. Yeah, so now it's like almost 100% perfectly synced up with the animation. So I'm very pleased with how this turned out. I need the 8K to be sort of on the same level. This one required a lot of tweaking and also cutting the audio tracks into multiple parts, because apparently the entire reload sound was actually one sound effect. So that included the charging handle, removing the drum, putting the drum back in. So effectively what I did is I cut that audio track in two, and then I cut out like some of the unnecessary noise and basically had to line it up just right so it would feel natural. These are some of the things that you can expect to see in an upcoming weapons pack, which I don't have a release date for because I'm lazy. Yeah, so if you guys like what you see, Uh, just stay tuned, I guess. If you don't like what you see, also stay tuned. Anyway, I'm going to be using these weapons for this playthrough because I'm a narcissist. I use what I make because I like how it turned out. Even if I get comments that are like, you know, like it's not the proper way to play. Dude, Series A4 and Siberian Mayhem balance-wise are just such a mess. Like, honestly. Honestly, does not matter to me in the slightest. I'm a bit more of a purist when it comes to HD and BFE, but like when it comes to Sam 4 and Siberian Mayhem, I'm just like, nah. I'm gonna rework the weapons the way I want them to be, because number one, editor does actually feature a lot more tools in terms of how you can adjust the weapon parameters, so it's got a lot more flexibility and customization. The other bigger thing, though, is that it just, well, actually, that is the main thing, I guess. But the other thing is, like, the main weapons in the game just don't feel that good, in my opinion, so, yeah. Also, I'm skipping that because that crashes my game. I don't know why. You go to that little temple over there with, like, the life gadget, it crashes every single time, without fail. I've never not had it crash on me before. Anyway, here's a fight. This one's kind of weird, like basically it's just this. Like you have kamikazes, snipers. Yeah, so the idea behind like the reload change is basically to make it so that you can actually main the weapon a little bit more, but you'll need to reload it more frequently if you want to stay on it. That way it's sort of like a hybrid of like the classic Tommy gun while also still keeping like, you know, the reload mechanic. I was also thinking of just getting rid of reloading altogether, but at the same time I fell in love with the idea of just, you know, doing the sounds and stuff justice and make it so that it lines up properly. So, yeah, I know I'm kind of committed to doing that for some really bizarre reason. No one asked me to do it, I just started doing it. Thought it was a fun idea. Oh yeah, this fight sucks. This is probably the first fight on the map that I will genuinely consider bad. So what's the problem? Well, there's witch brides, kamikazes, and you're accosted by frogs all at the same time. It's just a very messy fight. Kamikazes and frogs are both super high priority enemies. It's for witch brides, and it's just this. This is the fight in a nutshell. You're just moving around, constantly taking chip damage because you just can't avoid all this shit. It's literally impossible to avoid taking damage here. Oh yeah, and I'm using the death cam mod. Look at that. Sam just turns into a fucking turkey leg. This gets turned into a drumstick. It's so good. I know some people are gonna be like, it's because of like the reduced magazine size steak. You did it to yourself. No, not really. I played this with vanilla weapons too. It plays just like this. Fucking frogs everywhere. Kamikaze spawning in every corner. Being accosted by witch brides. At every turn. Oh, yeah, getting slapped in the face by guys that you don't even know are there until it's too late. It's just a fucking mess. Honestly, this entire fight is just catastrophic. I don't know what the thought processes was. I think it's just a catastrophe. Yeah, I mean, if you just ignore the witch brides and focus on these guys, it's okay, but even then, I just got lucky. Like, sometimes you do what happened last round, where I just, like, took insane amounts of damage, even though, like, I was playing almost exactly the same. And in this time, it just kind of worked. There's literally no rhyme or reason to that fight, it just plays like ass. Alright, anyway, we actually have a pretty cool secret here. So the way this one works is there's 4 skulls, 2 of them can be found right here. So one on the tree, one on the podium, and you also have respawning ammo here, which is kind of nice. I'll try to make use of that as best I can. And what I like to do is use the pistol to get the skulls sort of in position, and use the AK to just send it into the bucket for the offering plate. Luckily, they don't have to stay in the offering plate, they just have to touch it at least once. Let me get the ammo, I'm sure it's gonna respawn kinda soon. That way I can at least try to get 2 or 3 pickups out the deal. There we go. So there's a 3rd skull right here. Please don't get stuck. Okay, so again, I use a pistol to just kind of move into position, and AK to send it. And the 4th one is right here. This one's arguably the hardest, but this time it worked out fine because I can't really demonstrate it too well, but there is some very odd collision going on here that can sometimes block you from being able to move the skull in any meaningful direction. So yeah, that's that. I know it's a bit lame, but I will actually wait for these supplies to respawn one more time. You don't get a whole lot, but I will say rockets are actually kind of uncommon in this map, so it's good to get them while you can. There's also some sections later that have a respawning ammo mechanic, but they're a little few and far between. And I'm not going to wait for another respawn, that'll just take too much time. Instead, I will do the underground area, which I actually like for the most part. Alright, so first things first, there's a clear, who, yeah, I guess I didn't catch up to him in time, but that's what he does. Normally he sits here, and then he waits for you, but he actually physically spawns in and has to run here first. So if you can cut him off like I did, then yeah, you'll get the drop on him. I guess in this situation, no, it didn't matter, the man still meleeed me somehow. This area is a bit laggy. Let's see, there is a secret here that I know about. Extra life gadget is always welcome. But yeah, now for the most useless trap ever. Yeah, that's it. So as far as I can tell, the trap only activates once. And that's it. Never to happen again. And I also tried going behind the trap. There's literally nothing. Like, I don't even know what the point of this is. It just happens once, and that's it. And as far as I'm aware, this is the only time that, like, a crusher trap is used in the entire map, because I don't recall seeing any more of these at any point later in the map. I was kind of expecting, like, oh shit, there's gonna be some here, but no, there's just nothing. You know what? I think I'm actually kind of thankful, though, that that's the one and only crusher in the map. Crushers aren't exactly fun. At least I don't think they are. Let's see, there is a side area that I want to do. So, this is a fight that has a really cool concept, but it's really bad to play. And there's a lot of these in this map, unfortunately, but here's the first one. There's an autosave, so I'll just show it off. So the idea is that you're basically supposed to run around and let the biomech kill stuff for you. And it kind of works to an extent, but Yeah, kamikazes just are not the best enemy type to be doing this with. And processed are way too fast for the slow-moving rockets to really do anything against either. Yeah, basically, if you play the fight normally, this is the experience. It's just run in the big circle and hope that RNGesus takes pity on you and kill stuff. But yeah, as you can see, that really doesn't happen all that well. I mean, he'll kill some enemies, but it's just kind of bleh. And then kind of like when you're near the end of the fight, this is what it devolves into, is just kind of move around, watch his rockets, and pick off the kamikazes until they stop spawning, finally. So that's one way to do the fight. That's the intended way, at least I think that is. You know what the better, more optimal way to do it is? Just fucking cheese it. Yeah, that's you could literally do this. You just run back in here, let the enemies pile up, and you just mow them down the second they walk in. It's so stupid. So that fight I don't like because of these kamikazes. Like, basically you're running in circles, he's killing them, they have like a pretty high chance to just respawn directly in front of your face. It's just not very fun. I get the idea behind the fight, just not really executed all that well, I don't think. I think a better idea would actually be to have... Not saying that he should do this, but I think maybe like a bunch of beheaded and zealots would actually be more fun. And by beheaded, I mean like beheaded rocketeers, like basically like lowly fodder units. That way you can actually run around and like make use of him like shooting at you and blowing up barrels. But the zealots would actually give you something to still kind of have to look at, try to dodge. That's my thought process anyway. Like, if I were to design a gimmicky fight like this, that's probably the enemy usage I would do. Like, keep everything the same, like the layout, the barrels, but just get rid of these fucking kamikazes and process, man, they suck. I think it's like the first one that he actually killed. I'm very proud of him. Okay, they all dead? Yeah, they're all dead. I do enjoy the painkiller music though, at least I can listen to that all day while I wait for him to do his thing. Anyway, let's pick up this set. Also, I don't know if the AK is going to remain in this state. Part of me likes the 50-round magazine, the other part of me likes the idea of like it being reduced and having to reload a bit more often. And getting used to like the timing for like when to pop off again, but I don't know, it's just me. Oh yeah, and there's a sniper, because there just is. No real reason, it just exists. Anyway, barrel that doesn't really need to be there. Oh, okay, nice parting gift. And the way this fight works is, well, just like you're watching right now, works exactly as you'd expect. You kill the guys, and they die. That's how it is. And sometimes they just fall off. You can also just cheese it really easily, like incredibly easy, by doing exactly what I did. The werewolves can't reach you, the Nars will just walk off, and the kamikazes, I think, just get stuck for some reason, like they don't even try to walk off. Yeah, it's kind of dance in place. So yeah, it's really easy to not engage with this fight if you don't want to. but I don't really think the fight's difficult to really warrant, cheesing it. The previous fight, I actually don't feel bad about cheesing. This one, I kind of do. I'm just showing it off, though, for the sake of it. There's plenty of wearables still. Oh, he just walked off too. How wonderful. I didn't even choose that one. He just took it. Him too? What is this game? What the fuck? This game is so weird, man. Like, I don't even need to do any commentary. Just see it. Like, for real, what was that? Just waltzed off. I'm like, I'm not gonna cheese it anymore. Come back, they just cheese it for themselves. Like, they didn't even put up an effort. Wait, am I crazy, or is there actually, like, a area behind this? I think it might be a little too late to investigate it. Although, I think I can come back, right? Yeah, I can. You know what? Why not? I'm gonna go check it out. Oh, you know what? I also forgot to disable a script that Master Chief made, like, forever ago. That disables headshots for, like, the double shotgun, but it still works for, like, the assault rifle and the sniper weapons, aka the crossbow and, well, sniper. Basically, projectile weapons and shotguns are disabled, the AK and, like, the sniper weapons work. Also, so is the pistol, I think. But the minigun, I think, has headshots disabled, because it just does. I actually don't know why. Well, if I die, I'm not gonna lose too much progress, so whatever. No, I think I encountered a soft lock. Maybe. Wow, I'm so good at finding these. Bro, I'll tell you what. Just call me the softlock master. I can find all of them. Oh, actually it's not a softlock, okay. It's not a secret either, though, so checkmate. That is the weirdest collision. I'm surprised I lived that, honestly. But, fuck. Alright, enough of that shit. Let's get out of here. So this fight's actually really cool. I like this one a lot. It looks scarier than it actually is. Yeah, basically the way it works is you have snipers that are at the base of these biomech majors. And so, basically that's what you gotta do, is just kind of dance around them while firing some rockets and ducking between cover. It's a really, really simple but cool fight. Very effective. See, I don't hate all this guy's fights. I think some of them like that are actually really cool. Like, it's just thought-provoking. Even though it's something that's relatively simple. Oh, by the way, you can actually do a secret that lets you bypass this entire segment. But, being the person that I am, I kind of want to show off the map, so I'll do the secret and I'll do this. Do, like, the actual main progression areas to showcase it. So there is a secret, actually a pretty cool one, involved a little bit of platforming though, which in Siberian Mayhem it isn't that good, it's very slippery, so it looks like I'm missing a lot of jumps, and that's mostly due to how the platforming in this game just refuses to work half the time. Yeah, like, I was doing the same exact thing, only that time I decided, yeah, you could go up. Like, there's no rhyme or reason to it, I swear. This game just has a mind of its own when it comes to doing platforming. Yes, that one's pretty nice. Gives you a infighting grenade and also gives you that. Now, behind here is actually a box that you can push, but I have no idea what to put it onto, so I'm thinking there's probably like a second secret here, but I just have no idea what it is. Yeah, I can move this out of the way, I look at the floor, there's not really a pressure plate or anything. And I've kind of looked around to see if maybe there's a pressure plate out here. My initial thought was maybe I'm supposed to put the box here to make the platforming ever so slightly easier, but it doesn't really seem to help all that much. So, I don't know, maybe I'm just spitballing, but I think that there is something to do with that box. But I just haven't found it yet. Also, I'm not quick saving, by the way. These are all just, like, saves that the game manually does. Kind of insane, actually. The fuck? Speaking of insane, you just went through the wall. I saw that. You're not fooling anyone. What? Huh? What the fuck is this game? Oh my god, I feel like a lunatic in like a insane asylum. What the hell was that shit? It's like, yeah, like I'm like flying through the wall there really quick, give you a nice chat, like, bro, stop. My fucking sanity levels are draining by the second. Yeah. Make up your mind. By the way, that's one thing I very much dislike about Serious Aim 4 clears, is that whenever they need to, like, turn, they just, like, stop. I mean, to be fair, it does kind of alleviate those moments where they're just, like, you know, skateboarding everywhere, but at the same time, like, it just looks so unnatural, and it makes their movement feel very clunky to witness. I don't know, I'm kind of, like, yay and nay about it. Like, I like it, but at the same time I don't. It gets rid of, like, the annoying issue of, like, yeah, like, the clears are able to do that. Oh, also, this trap right here has, like, the biggest hitbox ever. Look at that. I walked directly under it, and it still hits me. Explain. This one seems fine. Yeah, that one works as intended. These seem to work as intended. Spikes, I think, work as intended. I don't know. This one, I honestly don't even know what the point is. Like, there's nothing there. But it does it anyway, so I'm just not even going that way. Yeah, these clears are just stupid. Just have them walk into the trap. Oh, what the? Okay, just pulled, like, the Presto Majesto out on me and walked through. This one's hitbox is fine. That one seems to actually work. Yeah, that one back there, like, the hitbox is just broken on that shit. It is so big. Yeah, I hear another... What's that? I thought I heard another clear. You know what? There probably is. I just don't care. Let me have this, so it's a nice reward. Oh yeah, now the swimming section, which I dislike because spikes. Oh yeah, and fireball launcher. This one's actually pretty easy. You just do that, and go back to the main area, and swim up for some air. Alright, is this the one with, like, the weird spike walls that have, like, insane range, or am I misremembering? No, this one's just, like, swim. There's nothing really special about it. Okay. Probably the third one that has spike walls. I know for a fact that the main path also has spike walls that have just insane range on them. I'm actually gonna use quick saves because I don't trust them. You have spike walls, don't you? Yes, you do. Okay, quick save for you. Gotta kind of hug the wall and shimmy around it. Spikes on the ceiling, just gotta hug the floor. Don't go too fast because you'll walk into the spikes in front of you. And same deal here, just shimmy along the wall. Don't get touched by them, otherwise you just instantly die. Up this wall so you don't get touched by those. And we're good. Okay, save, and then once more into the abyss. And this one's the scariest of them all because there are spikes everywhere. Spikes here, spikes there, spikes on the side. Spikes on the ceiling in front. And of course it's so damn dark I can't even really see where the spikes are. You just have to move really slow. Okay, and we're done with that horrible section, thank God. And there's an autosave, that's nice. Yeah, and that was all for the purpose of raising, like, the platform. Okay. That's what I have to say about you, get out of here. Creepy ass enemy. Speaking of. Yeah, so the spike walls of Doom aside, I actually really like this section. It's cool. I kind of hope that the spikes do get reworked. Or at least, like, the hitboxes on them get reduced so that they're not so fucking massive. Because they really do feel just cartoonishly big. Like, you gotta be so far away from them. Otherwise, that's it. You're just gone. Quick, or that's not a quick save, that was an autosave. At least this map doesn't really skimp out on checkpoints, I can give it that. And the Painkiller music is really damn good too, so brownie points for that as well, I suppose. You deserve it. For using such a legendary soundtrack. Oh yeah, let me collect the supplies, I'm not coming back here. Yeah, nice. Some bullets are always welcome. 470 for the max ammo. Alright, then you walk over to this one. And I actually like this one a lot more, mostly because there's no spike traps, and it's a lot more about just kind of just wandering around. I don't know why, but this area in particular kind of reminds me of, like, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Like, do you guys who played that game remember, like, those, like, Temple of Brutus or whatever? Like, to get the keys to unlock the Brutus armor. That's sort of what this area reminds me of. Like, you enter and... Yeah, like, that song just, like, starts playing because it's cool. I don't know. Anyway, here we are. Rant aside. This one is really easy. Actually, a little too easy, I think, but all you do is you just push these, and they basically just auto-complete themselves. There should be some enemies. Yeah, here they are. No, you don't. Yeah, and this one, likewise, is very straightforward. Just push. Push. Okay, let me get some supplies. Then push again. And it auto-completes. Don't have to worry about it. 2 down, 2 more to go. And the other 2 aren't that complicated to figure out either. Oh yeah, armor shards, that's nice. I'll take those. So, this area does actually have respawning supplies. So if you do like the main quest first, not too far into it, you will find a underbarrel grenade launcher, which is why I think it gives this. But I went for this side area first, so now I just gotta contend with it. But the way it works is really simple. You just fire 3 rockets and that's it. Opens that right up. Opens that right up, right there, that's right. Now you can just push it to the exit. I think it'll respawn soon, right? These supplies respawn because you need explosives in order to complete this, so... yeah, there we go. Again, they're on a really slow timer. Honestly, I probably should have done this one first, so I could have gotten at least like 3 or 4 pieces out of it. Anyway, this one's really easy. Just walk over the stairs, activate the switch to lower the gate, and push. That's that. Let me wait again for another one of these, because I think it should happen soon. That cutscene is... oh yeah, there it is. That cutscene just shows that the statue falls over. Very nice. And the statue that was carrying the keys now spills them on the ground. They're kind of hard to see, but just trust me that they're right there. Open this up, pull the lever, and cutscene shows that the second thing raises and now you can cross. So that's how that goes. Honestly, I kind of like this area just because it's slow, and it doesn't feature combat. Like, it's not mind-boggling, nor is it really that hard of a puzzle to figure out. It's actually very straightforward, but at least it's something different, you know? It's not just like, let's shoot more enemies. Like, there's actually a little bit more thought put into it than that, which I appreciate. Alrighty then. So that's that. And now that we've actually made the proper path, we're not even going to take it because I want to show off this secret, which I think is actually really damn cool. It's basically like a speedrun secret, so if you don't want to do any of that, just come over here, jump on this, climb over, excuse me, platforming moment. Yeah, and there's a non-secret armor up there, but it is still nice in case you're damaged. You can grab it. But the real trick is, and I don't know why this works, but you walk into the wall, and it pushes these blocks out from the wall. But now what that does, it opens up this passage that you can crouch through, even sprint to move ever so slightly faster. Funny that. And there you go, you activated the secret. And as you can see, we're now on the other side. And these supplies are here by default, at least I think they are, because there is a fight right here. Which is really fun, actually. Yeah, I think that these zealots actually have reduced health, because they seem to die in, like, a single shot. If all the pellets hit, that is. I'll say bleed white blood, I don't know what the deal with that is. Oh yeah, this one's even easier. I say as I get hit. Well, you know, I say it's easier. Nah, it is. What am I talking about? Yeah. I just got a little unlucky, that's the main thing. Well, once you're down to just one of those, it's really simple. Just knife him. Basically, you get to knife him twice, he puts up a shield, then he usually immediately tries to retaliate, where you can just swipe at him again and stun lock him. Super easy. Pretty fun, though. I actually genuinely like that fight a lot. That's why I think this is cool, too. Like, there's no point to that bucket being there other than to just push it off, and I really appreciate that. Like, you guys have no idea. That kind of shit right there makes me smile. Like, the fact that, like, there was absolutely no reason to put that little physics bucket there, but he did. That is, like, a very Half-Life 2 thing to do. And that's just so cool to me. I love that shit. Like, tiny little details that are super unnecessary, but just make the game world feel a bit more alive and, yeah, just fun. Alright, let's grab this. And the laser rifle. I think one critique that I do have about this map that I'll get off my chest right now is after you grab these, like both the sniper rifle and the laser rifle, you basically don't find ammo for them, like, hardly at all. Maybe inside the super secret you're supposed to find stuff, but I just have them. Because I haven't found all the secrets, duh. Pretty self-explanatory, I think. Oh, that's a lot. Okay, I thought I killed more than that. I was walking back here like, yeah, I own the place. No, I don't. These guys are still fucking top of the class right here. What the hell? You were behind me, good sir. How did you even hit? Bro, this game, it is something else. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. This here game here, this one right here, yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna risk it because I noticed that for some reason, like, if you go try to get that life gadget the very first thing when you start the map, it always crashes. Like, 100% of the time. Every time that I started the map and immediately went to go collect that life gadget, it just crashes. But I have noticed that there's a lesser chance of the game crashing if I return to it after doing the side quest. Why? I have no clue. I honestly don't. But I kind of want to risk it. At the same time, I really don't. You know what, fuck it, I'm not risking it. Not for this recording, no siree. Just stay the hell away from that temple. Or that abandoned building, or whatever the hell it is. I don't want to deal with it. I mean, just because I say it has a lower chance of crashing doesn't mean it won't still crash. So, yeah, I'm just gonna pretend it doesn't exist. La la la, can't hear you, and we're going this way. Because...
Oh yeah, big creepy castle, great place for Nazis and alien freaks. No swastikas here, so not much choice.
Okay, just weird-ass voice line, I don't really understand it at all. Like, it's not even funny, it's just weird. Like, what the fuck? Plus it's AI, so it just naturally sounds weird. Oh, also, I've restarted the map quite a few times because of Crash. And I swear that every time you do this, the pitch gets shifted ever so slightly. Like, sometimes Sam's voice is lighter and it sounds like he's on helium, other times it's deeper like that. I don't get it, man. It's creepy. So what I like to do is I like to take care of at least one of those, and then focus on these enemies while the other one is alive, and it kind of helps. Look at that, he kind of helped. You got a direct hit off on the wearable, good job. Ah, okay. Yeah, that's what you get off the cliff with you, bozo. You know what, I don't really think there's much of a reason to keep him alive. I thought, hey, maybe he can help. I think got like one lucky direct hit off on a whirlball. That's about it. Well, we do have the crossbow. Sniper's pretty useless, so I'll just miss all my shots. I'll just use them to kill, like so. Alright. That was very sloppy. I don't know why I missed so many. But I did. Oh yeah, now we finally have this. So yeah, you can actually go here, grab this, and then return and do that side quest, and you'll have more grenades to work with, but honestly, it's too much of a time sink, I think. It's just not worth it, in my opinion. Oh, I can at least use a sniper to get rid of some reptiloids, it's nice. Oh yeah, and we got burners, because of course we do. Thankfully the burners actually do have reduced health in this mod, but they're still dangerous. Especially because they spawn in like big groups near the end of the map. This fight's actually really well designed though, I do like this. It's one of those fights where the kamikazes are actually used properly. Because the idea of the kamikazes here is to make it so you don't rush up the hill too quickly. Like, that's literally what they're used for, is like a way to kind of hold the player in position and let the rest of the fight play out around you. Where I don't like kamikazes is when they're basically dropped in from the heavens directly around the player from all directions. That's never fun. The only reason it works in the classics is because fights are usually smaller. The spawn rates on them are usually nowhere near as high as they are in, like, modern SAM. And actually those are the two main reasons. They're just used more sparingly. Despite the fact that they always seem to have a presence, they're just spawned in way slower than in the modern titles. Modern titles, it's like you gotta have kamikazes everywhere, apparently. Otherwise it's not a serious mod. It's not the way it is. He's not badass, serious, hardcore mod if you do not use kamikaze every fucking place, suka. Ah, you know, like, like that's literally what people are, man. They do that shit. They're like, ah, yeah, like, I gotta put the kamikaze there, man. But yeah, and there's the most non-secret Easter egg. Like, I'm actually upset. I thought this was a secret. Maybe it still is, but you go up here, I try interacting with these, nothing works. I can't pick up the sword, I can't interact with the doll, I can't even really do anything when I shoot them. Except for create those ugly low-res sparks. I don't know what's up with that. But yeah, here it is. Cool, I guess. And you can't even interact with the door. But what you can do is... oh, here it is. Yeah, you can go over this wall to find a cool secret. Yeah, get the grenades. Get the health. Also, I still feel like you can climb this somehow, I just haven't figured out a way to do it. Like, it feels like you're supposed to be able to jump up from here onto something. Because the rest of this looks very doable. Like, it looks like you can pretty easily go from here to there, to there, to the top of that. But I just feel like there's like a piece missing of the puzzle. Like, I don't know how you're actually supposed to go from here to there. That part Doesn't really make any sense in my head. The rest of it, though, seems very doable. I don't know, maybe I am missing something. Maybe it's not supposed to be a secret, but it just looks like one. By the way, you can use the C4 to go over there, and there's a wall that you can destroy. But let's do this instead. This one spawns a bunch of vampires, because of course it does. Actually, I haven't seen vampires used hardly at all in this map. It's actually kind of a shame. Like, there's so many kamikazes in process, but like, there's so many other enemy types that could be used, and they're just not. Anyway, down we go. And we can now go over here to collect the grenade. Another one of these psychotropic, I think that's how you say it, psychotropic grenade. Basically the grenade that causes enemies to infight and inbreed, but we don't talk about that. Let's pick this up. And on your return, you'll find some very disgruntled customers, disgruntled clears, and a vampire that somehow I didn't kill. Alright. Cool stuff. Now let's go destroy the wall. Hold on a second. I saw something. Never mind, that's just a brick. I thought that was like a poster. I'm weird. I'm weird like that, you know, what can I say? I see things that aren't really there. Ooh, okay. Okay. I don't know what he thought was gonna happen, but there he goes. He got the life lesson. Oh yeah, this secret's a little weird. Basically what you're supposed to do is just jump off of this into the portal. However, sometimes just because of like the weird movement in this game, you'll overshoot it. And yeah, then that's not very fun. Ow. That fall damage. I probably shouldn't have done that, but whatever. What's done is done. I kind of remember liking this fight, but I'm not sure. I'd have to see what it is first. I think it's got like some weird enemy spawns, that's for sure. Plus I got these little patches of ice that you have to look out for. Ah yes, and of course fucking process to hate these things. So damn much. At least they're not too bad here because it's more of an open space. But at the same time I can't help but feel like maybe something better could have been used. I don't know, like maybe clears. Or hell, even maybe some of those vampire enemies I was just talking about. I don't really see get used much in this map. I think as long as it was done like sparingly though, that would be the key. Yeah, not a bad fight. That one's actually pretty easy, all things considered. Easy in a good way, like it's not hard, but it is still a little challenging. I think process are fine, but I just feel like the way that they're used in this map in particular just is insane. Ooh, nice. Good job. Alright, he missed. Yeah, life gadget out the deal. That's always good. And now what do I want? Wait. Oh, that's right. Yeah, the game glitched out because I did that thing where I picked up the cluster grenade before grabbing the weapon to attach it to. And for some reason that wigs out the trick, so like you have to close it and then wait for the next animation to play out before it works. Yeah, hello to the cannonballs, which I don't even remember. Like, I honestly don't even remember finding a cannon anywhere in this map, so I don't know where it is. Maybe that's the super secret, is the cannon, but I don't know, it feels kind of weird if it is the case. This platforming is actually pretty fun. I like it. It's a little slippery still, and also, even though the gaps don't look that big, you can still fall through really easy. Anyway, that's that. And there's a time warp gadget that you can grab. I don't know if anything is over here. I haven't really looked, to be honest. Well, I think I did look once, and then I failed the platform, and I was like, fuck it, not gonna bother with that again. And here I am bothering with it again. Okay, it still looks like there's nothing. Honestly, probably for the best. That platforming is a little obnoxious. I'd actually hate to have to redo that if I failed it. Anyway, this one's really easy. All you do is just walk off. Grab this. And pick up some goodies. I thought there was something back here. Huh. I suppose not. Okay. Armor, that's good. More armor, that's also good. And now we take another detour because we actually need to go here for the C4. Also, there's a minigun up there too, which is a nice reward. Happily take it. Anyway, got a knight statue, very ominous. Yeah, then he's awakened, but he is kind of stuck. Okay. Yeah, he's just being weird today. I don't know what's up with him.
Bring it on!
Ooh, pick me up and you'll be surprised, eh?
Nothing? Really?
Nothing really. What's it all about? Yeah, the secret bummer. I love that secret. It's just so goofy. Like, you're expecting something, weren't you? Like, nope. Oh, it's always so good. Alright, then we get to the library. Fancy. Oh yeah, and then that sound is the sound of a bunch of kamikazes just spawning into the game at once. Yeah, so originally there were clears, and now this is actually an idea that I think gets recycled later in the map. Or actually, I guess to be more correct, it's an idea that originally only appeared later in the map. It was like a one-off thing, but now it's like reused for this part as well. Personally, I don't know how I feel about that, but you know what, it's whatever. It's kind of cool. I liked it more as like a one-off type of thing. I don't know why the map author felt the need to make it happen twice instead of just once, but yeah, basically the way it works is there's kamikazes, and you just kill them. And you can actually hear them before you can see them. So I've only found 2 of these levers. I don't know where the other 2 are. But you're supposed to do that so that you can unlock a mega secret at the end of the map, I think. Anyway, I know it's pretty dark in here, sorry about that. I don't know how well this part's going to turn out with YouTube compression. Probably not very well, I'd imagine. And unfortunately, there's not really much I can do about that. And so you go up here, pull the book, and that's what opens up the exit. Alright, cool. Now we get like a little snowside resort area to fight out. Well, not really much of a resort, but you'll see. That's a pretty cool fight, though. Come on. Yeah, good crux to you too, buddy. Also, I don't know why I'm hogging onto the sniper ammo. Probably because there's enough crossbow bolts to just use it and forget this exists. But I do find it kind of odd though. Like, what is the purpose of the sniper rifle there if you're not even gonna let players use it? Because there's basically no ammo for it anywhere outside of that area. Guess I can kind of try to use it here. But then again, the only reason it's even viable is because I'm using like high sniper rifle, which is actually good. Even then, I'm just better off doing that. Come on, give me your health. Nice little 15 health kit pickups. Alright. Oh, you want more? Fine, I used up the sniper. You happy? Also, since the game just saved, yeah, that's what I was actually curious of, is like, can I go down there? The answer is no. Hey, you know what? At least the game doesn't just kill me outright. That's a plus. I'll give it that. But yeah, shotgun shells buried under the floor. Didn't even know they were there. Until it was too late. What the fuck was that? I don't know what it is about this new keyboard that I got, but I feel like the F key on it, which I use strafe right, is super sensitive. Because I know it's like, yeah, my pointer finger, which is obviously longer than the rest of my fingers, yeah, well, like, touches it, just kind of rests on it naturally, and sometimes I'll find myself just, like, naturally strafing off to the right, even though I'm, like, hardly doing anything. Really bizarre. I guess I just have to get used to it, because I really do like this keyboard other than that, but, not my favorite. But if you see me, like, strafe off to the right a lot more in recent videos, that's why. I'm blaming it on this keyboard. Because previous keyboard, it had, like, the exact same amount of pressure to activate the keys. Like, I literally bought it from the same company, too. And, yeah, for some reason here it just feels like it's even lighter to press, even though it's, like, the same milligram requirement to push down on it to activate it. I mean, it's a different kind of switch, but it's like a whisper quiet, so it doesn't make any sounds when I press on it. I kind of like the clacky mechanical sounds, but I don't know, I've kind of also come to appreciate these, like these more silent keyboards. Mostly because my microphone sucks. And, yeah, instead of dropping the extra money on getting, like, an actual good microphone, I'd rather drop the money on getting a better keyboard that just has quiet switches. It's kind of how that is. Nice, shield there, bozo. Oh yeah, finally have 3 of these. How lovely. But the real question is, what should I do with them? I think I'll go that route still, at least for now. Till something changes or I change my mind. You can just walk through the fireplace, that's great. I like that. Good feature that you have here. I will say though, this map is absolutely stunning. Very beautiful. Yeah, and also, since C4 is actually required to progress, I will wait, because it will respawn. Also, this is like the only place in the map that I could think of that will give you C4. So, yeah. I'd rather take it now than not have it later when I want to use it. I feel like you could just put like a C4 crate up there, and that would have been better. Or hell, maybe use some of like his scripting magic or whatever and do like a cool little scripted sequence where like the balcony falls and like the C4 crate like falls and you can open it and, you know, resupply yourself. I mean, it would still be like a one-time use, probably. Well, maybe not like a one-time use, like you could use it, go back and grab it, but after a while it would just be too far back for people to actually want to do anything with. Speaking of, I'm actually not going to use C4 on this. Because I have the cluster grenade. And I have to use 2 C4 on these doors right here. Okay, unless that happens, I don't know why, but it does. Yeah, and that's just there because it is. Hey, was there anything in here? Some armor. That's it? Okay. It's gonna be a long video, isn't it? I mean, the first part of the map, I was just basically rambling about how awesome my weapons are. So, yeah, it's gonna be a long map, I can tell. Long video, rather. Yeah, I also like the C4 for these guys, because they suck. These fucking snowmen. I think they own the place. That still wasn't enough to kill him. Ask me how I know. Oh my god, I fucking hate them so much. They need to have way less health for the amount of damage that they deal. Maybe like 2 rockets. Oh crap, I didn't grab the multi-rocket. That's actually bad. Oh, and I need the multi-rocket. Like straight up, need it. Non-negotiable. Actually, I don't even know if those guys have a C4 attachment point. So, I think multi-rocket is still gonna be my best bet for dealing with it. Alright, I'm locked and loaded. Bring it on. Still hate them, but at least this will make killing them a little easier. Also, because of the range at which you fight these guys, your multi-rocket attachment can still miss. Like, not even joking, you actually have a pretty high chance of missing some of your rockets just because all of them go straight first and then they converge. So, yeah. Alright, I don't need the bullets. These guys are still here, okay. I know one of these is gonna wake up. I also grab these. Okay, who's it gonna be? It's gonna be one of you three. Fucking knew it. Hate those bastards. I mean, I like the idea, but I hate the execution so freaking much. Just because this enemy sucks. That's really the only reason. It's not even because the idea itself is bad, it's because the enemy itself is just so fucking tanky and deals so much damage for what it is. What? Look at that! He's still alive! How? How are you still alive and shooting me from all the way over there? I hate you. You suck. Like, these things should die in one rocket. Max. Like, that is really all it should take, is like a single direct hit rocket. And I wouldn't even care if, like, more of these things came to life if you made that change. Because that way, if you see one wake up, you actually have, like, a moment to just, like, blast it, you know? Before it, like, starts walking around and shooting. Actually, that would be way more fun. Like, you could have more snowmen, make it so that they take a single rocket to kill. Like, they have really low health. they still have like the insanely high damage, but you're actually able to just shoot them and they die. That would be fucking incredible. If you could do that. Because as I stand right now, they just suck. I hate them. They're not fun. Take so much damage to kill. Yeah, it feels good. I like this thing a lot. 30 rounds does feel a bit constrictive, but at the same time I don't really want to increase it by much. I mean, if it has 50 rounds, which, you know, it normally does, I've tried it. It feels a little over-tuned, just because, like, the faster reloading means you can really just spend a fuck ton of time just shooting. And, like, the reload is, like, kind of just, like, whatever. Not saying that I want the reload to be, like, the most important thing ever, but I still want it to, like, have some impact. Oh, come on. How on earth did that... Whatever. It did damage to me, but not to them. They were closer. Did you damage me? You damaged me. I don't even think I've done this area yet. There's a lot to explore in this map, if you couldn't tell. Which is definitely one of the things I do appreciate a lot about it. I also think this looks better. Like, it's... Like, yeah, I kind of wish that the fog covered, like, the entire thing a bit more, but I'm actually okay with how it turned out with, like, the more gradual transition. Because before, like, in the original release, it really was, like, the fog would cut off and then, like, the rest of it was just, like, oh, like, really stuck out, you know? This just feels a little more natural. Natural. Anything over here? I forget. I don't think there is. I won't really bother with that until later. Then again, this guy does put some very weird things in weird places, so I don't know. Maybe, just maybe, there actually is something... I mean, that platforming is doable. It is done, like I did it. I finished it. Now I'm over here. And there's actually stuff up here, what the hell? I didn't even know you could get up here. That's some crazy shit. I don't even know if he knew you could get up here. Like, that's just weird, man. I don't think that's the intended method. I mean, it can't be. There ain't no way. Then again, why would he put bullets up there if he didn't think you could get here? And even if you can get here, like, why? What was the point of it? I know about this, though. I know this secret exists. Yeah, the Bear Congress or whatever. I am actually shocked that there is stuff up there that... What? Like, it's not even a secret, it's just like 2 small-ass bullet pickups. But the fact that it even exists just, I don't know, like, blows my mind. That you would even think, like, yeah, I'll put these here, in case someone does come along. I'll give them, like, a small reward for their efforts. Like, from down here, it looks like there's literally no way to go up to where that is. Alright, I do know that there is another area that I can explore. Is there anything back here? Oh, it's just locked. Nothing locked behind it either, it's just closed door. Yeah, but you can go down here though. This one I'm actually gonna put a quick save because I don't think the game does saves for this. Yeah, it doesn't look that hard, but for some reason the slippery floor will just, wait, be serious. Oh my god, it doesn't actually count as a secret unless you physically pick it up. Unplayable. I hate that so much. I know there's actually quite a few secrets, not just in this map, but like in many maps where that's the case. Basically, you have to like self-damage to pick up something if you're at full health. And it's just like the most bizarre shit to me. Like, why not just make it a walkover trigger? Like, you walk over the item, it triggers, and then you can like go back to it later if you need it. Like, why's it gotta be like, oh, on pickup? On pickup, only then can you... It's like, bruh. Don't do that to me. Please. I beseech thee. Alright, well, there's some more useless boxes. Nice explosive barrel. Too bad it doesn't do anything. Explode, obviously. Doesn't open up anything. Oh, this part sucks. Thankfully it has an autosave. Okay. Again, it's those damn kamikazes that like fuck everything up. Like trying to dodge the clears, have like a grand old time, and like kamikazes just show up and it's like, nope, gotta drop everything I'm doing because one kamikaze spawned. And I gotta look after it and make sure it doesn't like come flying into me. It's not that bad though, this fight's really not. Far from it, actually. It's a pretty decent fight. I just don't like the kamikazes. I feel like they're a bit much. Can't really serve much of a purpose other than to just be annoying. I don't know, this fight I do hate. Truly. Alright, minigun time. Let's bring it on. so annoying. Just gotta spin and jump and yeah. It's not hard, it just I don't like it. I think I cleared out this side, so I'll just kind of stay here and do this. Yeah, I mean, that's basically the fight in a nutshell. It's like you use a minigun for a little bit, and as soon as like one side clears, then you just kind of stick there and camp the enemies until they stop. Yeah, that's it. It's just not fun. I don't feel enthused about doing it, you know? Oh, this one is actually the worst because micro hoppers. These things suck. I hate micro hoppers. Plus multi-rockets, I mean, it's just kind of, whatever. Again, not a tough fight, just kind of annoying. Oh, you know what is annoying, though, is this area. Before, I actually really liked this area, but now there's, like, ghosts and shit that, like, will randomly just bump into you and do damage, and I don't understand why they were added, other than to just be obnoxious. Yeah, like there's one that just walked right by. Yeah, these stupid ghosts. Also, I'm not sure if there's supposed to be a secret here, but it definitely feels like it. Because he's standing and like people start talking in Russian or something. Yeah, these ghosts so suck. I mean, atmospherically it's kind of cool, but they just... The fact that they just deal damage for no reason is just... Yeah. I can leave it, honestly, I don't like it. There's one. Also, I'm up here. It's two. Also, they show up in different areas. So it's not guaranteed that you'll get the exact same ones every time. Yeah, I knew he was there somewhere. Okay, and as for the switch, I know that there is a set. Yeah, here it is. Second lever is there, and those are the only two that I was able to find. I don't know where the other ones are. Okay, and this guy's really easy. I mean, all you do is just this. Yeah. Good enemy. Great enemy you got there. And if I had this skill point, I would have actually been able to do like a sick-ass melee finisher, but yeah, can't do that unfortunately. Alright. Now for another fight that I dislike. But first, a part that I do like. Or a secret, I should say. I like how fog just disappears the second you go down here. Kind of weird, but I'll take it. And another skill point, because why not? And I guess I'll go with this and just break the map a little bit. So here we get introduced to a pretty cool concept, actually. You have this wind that, yeah, affects stuff, and we'll try to, blow it in a certain direction, such as this way. And it's cool up until this part, because now you have to fight enemies that are also affected by the wind, and your projectiles are also affected by the wind, and it's just, yeah, not all that cool. I mean, it works. It's just, eh. And just like that burner ammo, so that's cool. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Yeah, I mean, basically, the entire purpose of that fight is to just use up the burner ammo that you were given, and that's it. Like, there's literally no other purpose to that fight existing other than just burner everything. I mean, it's okay. I don't know, it's kind of boring, you know? And also, if you do get overwhelmed, it's really easy to just go right back down the stairs, kill the enemies that are chasing you, and then walk back up the stairs and aggro the rest of the enemies, so you, like, kind of separate the fight into different courses, I guess you could say. Different meal plans. Got, like, the dietitian Sam over here, you know? Doing like meal prep and shit. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, Fox, you go over there. This is also one of those areas with the ammo respawn, which is cool. Actually gotta wait for one more rocket pickup and then I guess I'll go. Yeah, thanks. So this is actually cool. I like this. Nice little puzzle. This part I don't like, because the trap sucks. Ow. Oh, yeah, also, unlike the Malachite Fortress, you can't shoot down the projectiles either. You can only dodge them. But they do have some pretty gnarly hitboxes, I'll have to say. Okay, I just got lucky there. I don't even know what I did. Those hitboxes are ridiculous. I feel like a time warp gadget is actually necessary to beat that. Also, I don't know why after all of that it only gives you this. It should be like a 200 armor pickup. For sure. Should be a 200 armor pickup. But it's not. It's 100. Yeah, for probably my least favorite fight. This one. So this thing is completely out of the way. Burners just deal way too much damage. There's too many of them. And that jump pad is about as useless as tits on a hen. It doesn't do anything. Yeah, that is just a stupid fight. I don't like it. Like, I don't even know how you would improve that. I just dislike it. And then this, just because, like, I don't know what the point of this is. It feels just very disjointed. Like, there's not really a theme to this fight, nor is there really much of a reason for its existence. It just kind of does. Like, those burners, in particular, just suck. I hate them. They do so much fucking damage, and they, like, spawn, like, 4 in at a time. I mean, you saw that. Like, I was trying to kill them as quick as I could, but they were still getting shots off. Also, if you're, like, trying not to use, like... Yeah, the gadgets and shit, like, I'm trying not to use them. Like, it's just... really freaking hard. Oh yeah, and also this jump pad is weird because if you hold a movement key while you're on it, it actually reduces how far you go, which is just the most counterintuitive thing I think I've ever seen with how a jump pad is supposed to work. Anyway, rant aside, this fight's just terrible. I don't know if there's any redeeming qualities about it. I like the idea, especially like the line of biomechs, like, oh yeah, you shoot the board and there they go. Like, that's cool. That's about the only cool thing about that fight, though. The rest of it's just kind of bleh. Oh, okay, I didn't even realize you could just walk through those. That's nice. Learning new things every day. I think this one's supposed to be lit too, but basically the idea is that I'm pretty sure you're supposed to light these torches by pulling like the 4 secret levers in the map, and then it's supposed to do something. Like let you back there with whatever that poster is. It looks like it gives you health, armor, and I think that's it actually. It's like a room of developers, I think. Like people had helped with the mod. That's my guess. I don't know, I've never actually found all the stuff before to unlock it. I have 28, yeah, 28 secrets. Okay, cool. So I'm still missing 6, that's quite a bit. I think for this I'll actually switch it over. Do something a little fun for the finale. Dual wielding shenanigans, if you will. Also, I think the laser rifle is a nice reward for that first side objective, but I think the problem is that, like, once you have it, and the sniper, you just don't get ammo for it, like, anywhere in the map. But I'll use it here. And for good reason. This fight, in particular, has a very nasty wave about halfway through that features a fuck ton of zealots. And so I think the best way to actually go about beating it is literally just use the laser rifle on them. Oh wow. The fucking turkey leg Sam, there he goes. That actually felt fun though, like I think the fight's fun, I just hate the kamikazes in this fight. They just ruin everything for me. The fight itself feels incredibly fun. I like the idea that it's like all in slow motion and shit. It feels very cinematic, but I just hate the kamikazes. They detract so much from, like, the fun experience that this could be. It's not even funny how much they take away from this fight. I'm over here, like, having a good time dual wielding, and then, like, I have kamikaze in my face, because I better use something to, like, get them off of me. Like, basically you have to have, like, the minigun equipped or something to just constantly deal with the super kamikazes showing up. Fucking hate that enemy type, man, they're so stupid. I especially hate how they're using this map, if I haven't made that abundantly clear. I like how all the other enemies die except for the fucking kamikaze. God damn that enemy. Oh my god. Most anticlimactic death ever just because I wanted to try to do something fun. But no, it's always a kamikaze. Always a kamikaze. You just gotta hold down the minigun the entire fight. Doesn't matter what else is going on, or what you want to try to do. Hey, just gotta always fucking fight the kamikazes with the minigun, because there's no other way to fight them because they're such a fucking stupid enemy. I hate them. Yeah, I know, joke's on me, I had them as my profile picture, but I mean, god damn are they annoying in this map. They, like, I feel like if they were removed from, like, 20% of these fights, just 20% of the fights, just got rid of them, the map would be 1,000 times better. Like, replace them with vampires, replace them with, I don't know, like, wereballs, pyros, like, scrapjacks. You don't really see scrapjacks in any of these maps, or any of these fights, except for, like, this one. Like, every time I feel like I'm about to have fun, it's just kamikaze. I have to constantly look in their direction, deal with them, because they're such a high priority threat. Like, if you don't deal with them, you're just kind of shooting yourself in the foot. Don't get me wrong, I like kamikazes. I think they can be a good enemy, but I feel like this map is like the prime example of when and where never to use kamikazes. Like, this kind of fight where it's like, ah, yeah, you like want to move around, have a lot of fun. Yeah, don't put kamikazes in this shit. Especially like spawning them right next to supplies like that and on top of supplies, like, nah, that's just, no. That's just a dumb decision. Yeah, I mean, the fight obviously plays well if we're using this, but if we're not using this, then God bless you. This being the minigun. You know how fun it would be to just do akimbo in slow motion without having to have one of your arms constantly be on the minigun? Like, being able to just kind of freestyle and have a good time while the music's blaring in the background, like... Tell me you can't see it. Like, you can at least envision what that might look like, and how fun that would be. Speaking of music, I'm pretty sure I'm going to copyright hell for this. It's freaking custom music with lyrics. You know, as soon as the song's got lyrics in it, like, that's just copyright strike material. All day, every day. Not saying that the song's bad, I'm just saying, like, for me it's not very helpful. But whatever. I do it for the passion, not the money. I don't even make any money off of YouTube anyway, so do I care?
Let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here. Yeah, that's right, Sam. You tell him. I swear to God, it's always the kamikazes. Even here, I fucking hate them. Just take them away, man. Remove them from the game. I hate them so damn much. Every fucking time you turn a corner, it's just kamikazes, man. Like, use a different enemy, please. For the love of God, use a different enemy. Like, anything. You have this entire big, beautiful... Yeah, we're doing like the Trump impersonation. The big, beautiful wall of enemies right here, you know, like, that you can use. And you don't. you only use kamikazes. For everything. Kamikazes are a decent enemy. They're not gonna solve all your life's problems, though. I'll tell you that much. Use a different enemy, please. Anything will do. Also, that rocket was very close to my face. Glad that missed. Yeah, this shit right here, that's cool. Right, I like these scripted sequences. I like the concept of the map. These fights, though, they just gotta go. Not every single fight, but I'd say like a good, like, 30 to 40% of these fights, especially these last few, they just need to be reworked. They have to be reworked. And by reworked, I mean just remove the fucking kamikazes, replace them with anything.
That was close.
Or you know what, better yet, you don't even have to replace them. You don't have to replace enemies, you can actually just get rid of it, and have the fight be better for it. like you don't need to have like 1,000 kamikazes in every fight. The process, fuck the process too. God damn, those enemies suck. I mean, the only time kamikazes and processed are good is if you're doing, like, a basic-ass Serious Sam 4 map, where you have them running at you down a gigantic frickin' corridor, and that's it. That is the only time and place those enemies are okay. I also think kamikazes are okay in, like, the ambush areas where it's like, okay, I have them here, you can hear them, but, you know, you have to tread carefully. I think that's a cool use of them. Honestly, I kind of wish more maps would do that instead of ambush clears, because I think that's actually a bit more tense. Like, okay, I can hear the kamikaze, but I don't see it yet. So yeah, let me calm down a little bit, finish my cup of coffee that I forgot that I had. Hold on. Oof. Disgusting. Anyway. What we got here? Why did I click on that? Yeah, Snow Castle, here we go. What do I gotta say about it? So, visually, artistically, stylistically, I like it. It's really good. In terms of exploration, secret hunting, that's really good too. Like the overall world building, attention to detail and things, the way the levels and the way the level itself is constructed, all the various scripted sequences, it's all super duper impressive. It's very pretty. It plays great. It's a fun level to explore. It really is. Like if this map was nothing but exploration, I'd say it's like 10 out of 10, right? Like if this map had no combat, it was just exploration, I'd say this map easily wins. Hands down. Now, the combat. It's not all terrible. right? There's a few fights in the beginning that I think are genuinely fun. There's also some of the later fights that, I think have potential to be good. But then you have some fights. And you know which fights those are. Those fights where it's just a bunch of kamikazes, or processed, or micro hoppers, or some stupid fodder enemy of that flavor that just gets dropped into a small combat space while you're being harassed by burners that do, like, I forget how much damage you do on serious difficulty. How much is it? Like, do you do, like, 80 damage on serious? 60 damage? Whatever the hell is, it's a lot. Like, the amount of damage they do on normal is still pretty damn high. They're like one of the highest damaging enemies in the game. Now, I will say it, the fact that they actually have reduced health, that's a good thing. That does mean that technically, yes, you can get away with placing more of them. It doesn't, however, change the fact that their attacks are insanely powerful, and that usually only 2 of them respawn at a time for a reason. And that reason is that they do a fuck ton of damage. like, yeah, you can reduce their health, sure, that helps. It makes them more, yeah, squishy, right? But it doesn't reduce the fact that, like, damn, they just, like, 2-tap me, right? Like, one of them, like, tickled me with a laser, and I'm, like, down to, like, less than half health. You have 4 of them, with kamikazes in process that, like, are attention whores, right? They're, like, jumping up and down in the streets. That's what the kamikazes in process are. They're fucking attention whores. They just, like, jump all over the damn place, like, hey, 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 look at me, look at me, look at me. And you got, like, these burners that are, like, fucking barreling down on you. That's when you got a problem. That shit needs to stop. That needs to change. And the kamikaze spam, it's just ridiculous. It needs to stop. Like, the fight at the very beginning of the level, like, not the side area, screw the side area, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, like, the fight immediately after the bridge. That's an okay place to use kamikazes. There's a lot of space. The character, i.e. the player, like, the player, you're essentially telling the player, okay, I'm using these kamikazes as a deterrent from you to walk up these stairs. I want you to stay down there and fight the enemies. That's a good place to use kamikazes. That's like the most religious textbook place to use a kamikaze, is when you want the player to hold position. Now, in those arenas that are smaller, that have limited space, where movement is key to your survival, that is the place where you should never ever use a kamikaze. I don't care if you give me infinite slow motion, you shouldn't ever use a kamikaze there. Because when you give the player limited space, and you put them in said small space, with an enemy that on death, or on contact with the player, explodes, it's a recipe for disaster. You're effectively chipping away at the player's health, simply by them existing. Like, brother, what are we talking about here? You just don't do that. So that's my rant on the map. I think it's good. It's really, really damn good. From a presentation standpoint, from like an exploration standpoint, from the way secrets are organized to like everything else. It's like 10 out of 10. This map is so freaking close to being perfect that it hurts. That combat, though. That combat. That drags it down quite a bit for me, though. I know, people are gonna look at this and go like, oh, but Steak, you're playing on serious difficulty, maybe I'll just lower the difficulty. Look, I played this game a long fucking time, right? I understand that, yes, there is a difference between hard difficulty and serious difficulty, I'm not denying that. But I've played a lot of maps, and to me, serious difficulty, I enjoy it because it's like the ultimate challenge, right? When I play this, I don't feel challenged. I feel frustration. because it feels like the map is purposely doing things that take control away from me, the player, right? Like, playing on serious doesn't mean that, like, oh yeah, I automatically love everything that's, like, bullshit. No, I don't. In fact, I like the opposite. Serious to me means the enemies are gonna hit harder, I have to be more precise with my movements, I have to be a bit more accountable with how I do things. But that all kind of goes out the window when you spawn like 10 kamikazes in my face, and they're blocking the only supplies I need to survive, you know? And when they're mixed in to small arena fights that have like ice physics on the floor, or there's like wind that's like trying to blow me into crushers, and there's like process spawning behind me, and there's like werebolves charging me in the front, there's, you know, zealot legionnaires, and I don't have anything except for the crossbow that could like damage them through the front. But like that's what I'm talking about here. It's not a matter of like, oh, I'm playing on serious, yeah, it should be hard. Like, no. There's a difference here between a fair, challenging, fun difficulty and the map itself just being bullshit. And I hate to say it, but I think the combat, especially in the later half of the map, it leans more into bullshit than it does fun. And that's my 100% unfiltered opinion on it. Map is good, combat sucks. Just end of story right there. And that's where I'll leave it today. So, thank you guys so much for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Peace.